Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great and I'm doing good too. I'm back again with another video which is related to H4 visa for United States, and I'm sometime discussing interrelated visa information as well, but I'm not really good into that, so I try to keep it to to my experience only, which is coming out of H4. And before we start, I would like to introduce myself again that my name is Rashmi Bess and I am not any kind of immigration advisor. Whatever information I'm sharing here through my channel, it's all about my personal experience because I have been on this visa for past 9 years and I'm still on the visa, on the same visa. So there were ups and downs, and I try to share the experience so that someone can get help out of it, because once upon a time there was no visa available for me to get the help. So that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, let's begin. I hope you guys already got the topic that what I'm going to discuss, and whenever I say I'm going to share the experience, right, so it might get lengthened up because experience can go anywhere from 1 minute to hours, because it's my experience, it's and your experience might differ, right? So never mind if you guys are more bothered about elongated videos. Please try to put your questions in the comment box. If it is really interesting topic, I would I will take it as a main topic and keep it concise. But if it is just a small question, I will try to answer directly on comment. Otherwise I will keep my email ID in the description so you guys can directly email it to me as well. So yeah, let's start with the topic. So today I'm going to share experience about the recent Dropbox appointment we had in India. And that's the reason I'm quite late this time. I thought let's have the experience and then come back to the channel and just make a video. So this time this was quite a different experience. I have been part of Dropbox appointment earlier, because I think this was third or fourth time my passport got stamped. So it wasn't new for me really, but it was a completely new experience because of first time H1 stamping. Because when my husband came for the first time here, he was an F1 visa, so it was a transition from F1 to H1. It was his first H1 stamping. I think 10 years back he came. So this was a big transition from F1 to H1, and we were quite worried about what's going to happen. But we got some relief when we started the process. So I would like to tell you guys that we started the process of application around 6 months back of the appointment date. So I would say May or June we started the process. That means filling out the DS-160, and the appointment we got in November, on November 15. I mean, we chose November 15, and I think that was the earliest month available that time. Possibly because of the workload on USCI staff, right? That I don't know what's the reason. So yeah, so we decided at least 6 months back we will start the process, and we went like that. So we first thing first is DS-160, which is very important. I hope if you guys are repeated applicant of H4, you might be aware about. Even the first timers have to go through DS-160. It's very important for any kind of US visas. So yeah, we fill out individual H4 and H1 DS-160 for each of us. I mean, it's according to individual, and then you choose the visa internally. So it's your all the background, your education, family history, everything. So DS-160 was done, and I think towards the end of DS-160, it asks you if you are Dropbox eligible. So for me, I knew I am eligible because I have done it earlier as well. But for my husband, because he was transitioning from F1 to H1 for the very first time after 10 years, we were quite not sure. So what happened is they asked few questions to him, and then I got to know what was the reason that they accepted the Dropbox for him. Yeah, so how they accepted the Dropbox is he has done the fingerprinting back 12 13 years back when he came on F1 visa. So that's the main one of the main point. I think they ask you the question, have you ever done fingerprinting for US visa? So he said yes. That was the first tick, checkbox. And then the second question appeared was, have you ever been have there any visas been issued to you earlier? So it was yes, right, because he has been on F1 visa and it was issued and approved. So that question, and I think there were 4 to 5 questions or something like that, I'm not sure completely, but because these 2 questions very sure that he has some history which has been proven, and they allocated him a visa, so they approved his Dropbox eligibility, and he been then we got to know, okay, he can drop his documents in USCIS, I mean the Dropbox location. So yeah, we chose the Ahmedabad location, we chose the address and everything. And then the second document, not document, then the fee payment we did in India only, Bank of Baroda or Axis Bank. There are 2-3 options, also you can do online. Third thing was CAC appointment confirmation. We had to choose the time slots for appointment, and luckily we got in November nearby to Diwali, so we chose 15th of November as our appointment date for Ahmedabad location. And then it was all set. Then, like, once you fill out the DS-160, there is some barcode document comes out at the end, which is very very important, appointment confirmation, which is DS-160. Then second is fee payment receipt, and third one is CAC confirmation, because when you enter you need to show them the appointment confirmation letter, kind of a receipt. So that's these three things, always keep it with you along with the supporting document. I-797 is very important for both H4 and H1. You can carry more documents from your client letter, employment letter, if you want more, like, like I-140 approved, or like LCA, whatever you think, and your pay slip, pay stub, you can carry multiple other documents, but in case they ask you, then only you have to show up. So yeah, then after in November we traveled to India, and we kept it like 3-4 days ahead. We reached that location because we had a convenient stay over there. We had a family, so for it was good. But I would suggest, if even if your appointment is somewhere where you don't have family or friends, try to make it at least 2 days earlier, so in case you get stuck in somewhere, like something emergency happens, so you are at least in the city. So yeah, and one more thing, they ask you for 2 by 2 passport size image, and in my past experience they rejected my picture, and it was quite like back and forth for me to go on like exactly on time and find out the photographer or studio in Mumbai. So this time we decided we'll go a day earlier to the embassy, I mean the Ahmedabad location, and we'll find out a photo studio nearby, and we'll ask him to provide us like this the images, because he must be familiar with that. And we did that successfully, it went well. And they took the pictures. Yeah, when we reached like I think 11 o'clock our appointment was there. And I think Ahmedabad location opens, I mean the office opens around 10:30. So we were the first over there, I think first or second. And they were really welcoming. They allowed us even earlier to the appointment time, and they said, if you guys have like if you guys are in a family, there is no need to go together like inside. You can just carry the document, just one person can go inside, and it's enough for you guys too. So my husband went inside with my document and his documents. They asked just one document, actually I-797 and passport, both of our passport. Everything else they returned. So it doesn't matter if they asked or not. In case they ask, you should have all the supporting document, right? But in our case, they only took I-797 and the passports, the original passports, and the images. So, and then he came back, no questions asked, because that staff was not well skilled for like interview process. It was just a dropbox kind of a dropping location for like an email, or how we do the other services like in FedEx and all. So it was just a dropbox location. And yeah, then we waited around 15 to 20 days, quite panic mode we were in. Fortunately, we were always checking like status. There is like I'll try to put the status link over there where you can check the status for your H4 and H1. We're tracking separately, because you have to fill out separate DS-160 for both the applicants, right? So we were tracking our numbers, application IDs. And I think around 14-15 days after our appointment, we got to know that the visa was approved, the stamping was done. And then I think around 16 days later, 15 or 16 days later, we got to know our passports have been dispatched. And again, it was supposed to come in Ahmedabad location, because we chose a location which was nearby to us and all that. They give you option, so we chose that. And yeah, then we picked it up. There was no other hurdle that came in on the way, so it was quite a smooth process. But why I'm sharing the experience is because sometimes like we get panicked with so many things, that okay, how it's gonna happen. But one good thing is F1 to H1 transition, like stamping transition was really important. I would say make sure you have all the supporting document, because there have been people who have been asked for face-to-face interview after this Dropbox. So be prepared with everything. In our case, it was, by God's grace, it was good. I hope you guys also get the same experience. Hope you like the video, and thank you so much. I'll be back again. Bye bye.